Everyone, my name is Lexi and today I'm going to do a nail video. I'm going to start by shaping my nails. Some of them are not in the shape that I want. They're starting to grow back very good. So I'm just going to shape them. I usually go for a I wouldn't say a square, but it has a soft edge because I don't like that it nicks on things if I leave the hard edge, so I would say like a soft square. And sometimes my nails grow like in odd shapes, so I like to do this regularly whenever I do my nails. I usually try to do my nails about once a week unless I'm probably going to do them more often since I grow really long nails naturally. Like this one here has a nick that is just far too big. It just doesn't look right. Once they're painted, you won't be able to tell. Like this grew fine and this grew fine, so I won't file those. And I like to use a strong grit on my filer. After that, I like to go in with a buffer. This is one of those like multi-use filers, and that's just, I just go in to buff that out so that it's not too scratchy. Okay, so now I'm dusting off my hands, and I like to use a little bit of oil on my cuticles. This is just so that my cuticles bend whenever I'm picking something up. They don't put strain on the nail. And if you keep your cuticles moisturized, they won't overgrow. And then there's no need to do cuticle removal. I feel like some people go a little bit too far with that. I don't ever remove my cuticles. I just make sure that they're moisturized. And I just rub that into my fingers. And I just use, vitamin E oil. It just, is the best for me. Now I'm gonna, as my base coat, I'm gonna use a nail strengthener. I've been using this for a couple of weeks now. I feel like it doesn't make my nails stronger. I already have really strong nails. So it does make it stronger, but for some people it's not good because it just has them. It just makes it to where those people, whenever they pick something up, if they do pick something up that's heavy that might strain on their nail or something like that, it usually causes chipping. Not for all people that happens. It doesn't happen to me. I actually really don't use my nails very often for anything. Even if I'm opening up a can, I use the side of my finger, the side of my pointer finger if I need to open up a can. I don't like to use my nails for anything really. And this nail strengthener actually works pretty good. I believe it's about maybe $8, so it's expensive for, you know, for a nail strengthener, but it does work really, really, really good. There's a lot in here, as you see, as opposed to a normal nail polish bottle. There's a lot in here. I've had this for a couple of weeks and I've barely made a mark on the top. And I use it, even if I don't use nail polish, I'll just throw it on there just to keep my nails from growing. Actually, my nails were pretty long probably 2 weeks ago. They were probably out to about here. And I had to cut them down to basically nubs. But they're starting to grow back out. Within a couple of, probably by the end of this month, they'll be back really, really long. My nails grow really, really long. So I'm going to do more YouTube videos so you guys see the growth as it happens. So today I'm going to do these two colors. I like using the Sinful Shine brand. It's affordable. The colors, most of them are opaque. They're not the best, but they're, for the price, they are amazing. They're better than getting, you know, something of quality of the same price. So I'm just doing a thin layer here. I use this color a lot. I might have to find this one again. This is one of my favorite colors. I'm getting down to the bottom where I have to kind of shake it to get some out of there. So this layer I like to do super thin so that the drying time isn't, 25 minutes. The reason being is kind of like when you're painting, you like to do like, a thin layer. That way, when you do the second layer, this layer should be completely dry. And then you're able to do the second layer over, and then that will cut the time of the second layer drying. So I'm gonna actually dry this in my little nail dryer, and then I will come back for the second coat. Okay, so I've dried this layer and now I'm going to go in for a second layer. This is going to be a richer layer, so I like to kind of pack on the nail polish to get a deep opaque color. The drying time on this will probably be closer to 10 minutes or 5 minutes. It depends on how much you pack it on. But I would say the first layer, maybe 3 minutes or so. I mean, if you have a dryer. If you don't and you're just air drying, it'd probably take you a lot longer. Sometimes I don't use my dryer and I like to just, you know, paint my nails and then sit, watch TV while they're drying. Okay, so now I'm doing something called sealing. It just means to put the nail polish on the tip of your nail. This stops oils that come from your nails naturally from basically falling out your nail and causing dryness. If you've ever taken off your nail polish and then all of a sudden your nails feel very, very dry, that could be the reason. It could just be that you're not sealing. I recommend doing this only because I feel like it also gives a nice finish from the underneath. So if you go like that, it has a really nice finish. I also like to do this with a top coat. So I'm going to dry this and then I'm going to come back for the nail design. Okay, so now that that has dried, now I'm going to go in with some sparkles, of course. Always looks really pretty in the sun, anytime, any season. It's always an easy thing to do when you're trying to get your nails done quickly. So I'm going to actually use a sponge, and this just removes the nail polish but leaves the sparkles. Usually sparkly nail polishes have just a clear coat coated to them, and this will just give me more sparkles. I'm gonna start putting the sparkles on pretty thick at the bottom, like that. And do the same. I'm going to do the same for every nail. So on this one. Just like that. Now you could, if you don't have the sponge, let's just say I don't have the sponge, you could take your nail polish and work it from the bottom. Now with this means your drying time is going to be a lot more, because you're going to have to push it, pack it on at the bottom, and work it up to get the same similar effect. So with this, you're probably going to have to do a lot of layers to get it thick, like this one. So see the difference? This, you can see the color through that, and this one, it's really, the sparkles are really thick at the bottom and they lightly go up. So if you were going to do it that way and you don't have sparkles, or you don't have a sponge, any sponge will work. I mean, I just use a normal sponge. It doesn't have to be a makeup applicator or anything like that. So you would have to just keep packing on the nail polish at the bottom. So to me, this is a faster way of doing that. So that's why I do it this way. I just paint the bottom of the sponge. I'm going to skip my ring finger just because I'm going to make my ring finger all sparkles. So with that means I'm going to cover this up more. And I'm going to dab the whole nail. Now, I don't too much worry about mess because I know I can just take a, I have, you know, paint brushes, and I can just clean up with some paint brushes. So I'm actually going to do my middle finger now that I've shown you that you can do it with your, with just normal nail polish. This is a quick, easy design that you can do that shouldn't take very long. It's just easy. It also still looks really cute. So that was easy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up all of my edges on all of these nails, and then I'm going to dry, and I will come back to show you what I use as my top coat. Okay, so now that this has dried, this is my top coat. This is the top coat that I like to use. This is the best top coat ever. If you're not into gel, this is not a gel like, you do not need a certain light for this. It does dry on its own. It goes on really thick, and it makes your nail polish last forever. A lot of people don't like it because they say it bubbles, but in my opinion, as long as you put the top coat on thick and you don't stroke over it too many times, like, to me, that's it. That allows it not to get bubbling. So I'll do that for all of these nails. And as you see, I like to use a 3-part pass, and I do seal my edges on my nails with this because it lasts for days. Like, I won't have any chipping. I have before used many different top coats. I feel like this is the one that does last the most, unless you're using a UV gel top coat. If you're not and you don't want to do that, this is affordable. It's about $7 at Walmart, probably cheaper at Walgreens. It, to me, works just amazing. This is my second bottle. I go through this stuff like crazy. I mean, you can ask my husband. I go through this like crazy. I even put it on my nails after I use the hardener if I'm not going to paint my nails. I even put it on my nails just to make sure that they don't break. So now I'll let this dry and we'll come back for the final shots, and that's it.
Go.
Okay, so this is the final look. It's an easy nail design that anyone can use, or that anyone can do. It doesn't require a lot of effort. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you next time for the next nail video. Bye.